This year's Nobel Prize winners for 2014 have been announced. A Nobel Prize is a set of 6 international prizes awarded every year for outstanding work. The Nobel Peace Prize is one of my favorite. It is given for those who have done the most or best work for making the world a more peaceful place. This year, it was shared by Kailash Satyarthi and Malala Yousafzai for their work against the suppression of children and young people and for the right of all children to education. The Nobel Prize in Literature was awarded to Patrick Modiano for his books and works where he captured the art of memory and brought to life what it was like in the post-war era with such elegance. The Nobel Prize in Physics was shared by Isamu Akazaki, Hiroshi Amano, and Shuji Nakamura for the invention of efficient blue LEDs, or light-emitting diodes. Blue LEDs allow us to make bright and energy-saving white light sources. The Nobel Prize in Chemistry was shared by Eric Betzig, Stefan W. Hell, and William E. Morner for the development of super-resolved fluorescence microscopy. Basically, it's a new way to see microscopically. This year's Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine was awarded to John O'Keefe, May-Britt Moser, and Edward Moser for the discovery of cells that make up the brain's positioning system. Did you know we have an inner GPS system in our brains? How do we know where we are? How do we store that info so we can find that place again? Apparently, our brains use a grid system. The Nobel Prize for Economics was awarded to Jean Tirole for his analysis of market power and regulation. It really is fascinating what they can discover nowadays. Tropical Cyclone Hudhud made landfall on October 12, 2014 in India, near the eastern port city of Visakhapatnam. The cyclone, classed very severe, brought winds of 205 kilometers per hour. In India, they measure by kilometers, not miles. That would be 127 miles per hour. It caused extensive damage. It promoted the evacuation of approximately 350,000 people. Disaster relief teams were sent, and hundreds of relief centers have been opened in the region. They are slowly putting their lives back together. The Ukraine election results are in. Ukrainians cast their votes to elect their next parliament. The election results indicate an overwhelming support for Ukraine's pro-Western parties. President Petro Poroshenko's party looks set to win, followed by Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk's People's Front Party as a close second. These results show that the Ukrainians are looking to reform the country to be more pro-European. The two eastern regions in conflict did not participate in these elections. Do you remember the conflict that was happening in Crimea? The pro-Russian separatists go to their elections in November, while the people in Crimea, annexed by Russia in March 2014, will not participate in the elections. The outcome from these polls will not change the final outcome of the elections. London's famous red telephone boxes are going green. No, not painted green, environmental green. Two graduates, Kirsty Kenny and Harold Craston, from the London School of Economics invented the solar box. The iconic telephone booths are being transformed into free solar-powered mobile charging stations to provide a clean source of energy to the city. What a great idea! Wow, this is true innovation. Recycling the obsolete but well-loved phone booths into something green and useful. This deserves an award. The team behind this invention won second place in the Mayor of London's Low Carbon Entrepreneur of the Year award. Congratulations. The Book of Life, a new animated film directed by Jorge Gutierrez, who was raised in Mexico, came up with the idea 15 years ago. The movie deals with Day of the Dead, a very festive tradition that is really about the celebration of life. On the Day of the Dead, or Dia de los Muertos, we remember those who came before us. Sometimes we share a story about them, or make their favorite food, or listen to their favorite music. The movie The Book of Life is a love story, action adventure, comedy romance. It helps us learn the importance of living life to the fullest so that we too will create memories that one day will be shared by our loved ones.